Do you remember what you just watched, read, or learned? You may have saved a couple things here and there to go revisit them. In reality, you never do. You may have wrote it on a piece of paper that just ultimately ended up lost amongst the others. I recently noticed a problem. It's amazing I read, journal, highlight things in books, but what's the point if I never revisit those things again, if I never come back for those lost thoughts? I may have watched life-changing video on YouTube 2 years ago, but the idea was lost long time ago. Chances are that the life-changing quote that impacted your life a couple months ago would have the same or even different impact on your life right now. I believe everything we consume takes us on a journey where we experience something. Whether it's an emotional journey, a life-changing journey, you sort of feel something while consuming the piece of content, piece of advice, right? Problem in today's age is that we don't remember stuff and we are just bombarded with the amounts of content. So let me take you on a journey to explore this system I developed right now so you can benefit from it as well. So to say we have a problem would be an understatement, because we have this thing full of things. We had these two things that are full of thoughts and stuff, quotes, plus there are books I read, some of them have notes, some of them don't. Here is another shelf full of books which I almost majority of them read. The problem is I don't have a system to sort everything. Let's just say this guy holds 3 years of my life. As I said, the whole idea is being able to revisit like thoughts, quotes, ideas somewhere where I could just access it easily. What I found on YouTube, some of those systems were like extremely excessive. And of course it works for the person. Ryan Holiday has this box method where he put like a paper note cards in different boxes, but he's a writer, he writes books, so of course he has to, source ideas. But ultimately I wanted to come up with a system that average person could benefit from, and that's something that I think I was able to do. So what I found laying in my drawers was a sketchbook. It's not like ideal because the pages are extremely thick, but for the sake of saving time and using what I already have in here, this will do just fine. To better explain what the idea is about, I'm going to write down thoughts right here with a spacing in between, so every individual thing has a little bit of space to breathe and it's easy to digest and read through. The goal isn't to read the whole thing at once when it's filled, but to continuously just scatter through, look for ideas that stood out. And what I really like about this idea is having something where I could just go and it's in one place. So what I'm going to do slowly, not like at once, go through everything I have, all the notebooks, all the things, and slowly transfer stuff from here to here, but just the best polish stuff. To better explain how this whole system is going to work, I will have my notebooks, the one I carry with me everywhere and the one I have for the overflow. Plus I will have this stack of paper in my drawer, being able to access it all the time when I'm working on something, when I'm falling asleep and some idea just strikes in. Every time I will be reading a book and having some notes written in the book, I will go through the book again. I usually take like a piece of paper and write a number of pages where I highlighted something. So I will go through the highlighted pages and put that straight into that notebook, which is going to be like the brain of this whole system. But this is just a theory, so we should go and try this out to see whether it works. Alright, so I sort of have something. I wanted to make like a conclusion for this video. Let me just set the camera differently. So before we continue, let me just give you a quick update on how it's looking so far. I already filled up a couple pages. You can see it right now on the screen. I put some quotes in there, some notes from the books, and just stuff in general I wanted to note. It looks nice so far. Click that like button and I will let you watch the rest of this video. So what's like the whole conclusion of this thing I was trying to do. For me, what I think is like the most important aspect of this is to just start. It doesn't have to be perfect. I know my system isn't going to be perfect. It's something that will slowly adjust over time, and I will figure out what works, what doesn't work, and how to improve that. And just document everything that is happening in your life and noticing different patterns and stuff. I can definitely make like a whole updated video on this system once I get it going fully and just get used to using it. Give your suggestions in the comments. I'm looking forward to hearing from you. Definitely go give it a try yourself. Subscribe, and this is the video about my analog setup with the dumb phone if you want to check it out. And this is the video with dumb phone I made like 10-11 months ago, I think. So yeah, go give it a watch, and I will see you in the next one. Good luck.